We're at Khoury's residency graduation. Say hello.
Hello.
Linda.
That's why we moved here.
Khoury, happy residency graduation.
Love you. He's one of those that you are just so sad to see him leave.
Yeah.
Truly a good doctor, leader, and just all-around person. So.
Hey, good afternoon. This is our 6th annual resident graduation here at Merit Health Wesley. My name is Matthew Banks. I'm the hospital CEO. We're so excited that everybody could join us today in this really a celebration of the end of a long journey of formal education here. You know, I wanted to be the first to tell us our residents and our tri-physicians who are moving on, congratulations. You guys have accomplished so much here over the last 3 and 4 years. We're so proud of you. I hope you always hold Merit as a part of your family here at the hospital. But Dr. Thoppel told me that I had to be really short and then I needed to sit down, and I generally listen. But I did want to take the moment to thank a couple of people who have really made a difference and made this day possible. First and foremost, to have success in a program, you have to have great leadership out there, and I think that leadership is a culmination really of the hard work of Dr. Thoppel. So I'm really thankful for him and what he does in our program. Also wanted to recognize and say a quick word of thanks to our program coordinators who really have the vision and put really the time into leading and guiding and educating. First and foremost, Dr. Nix, who's our emergency medicine program director, her associate program director, Dr. Knight. Thank you for your hard work. Dr. Graywall and his leadership for our Transitional Year program. I'm thankful for your leadership and what you do. Dr. Kosana and her leadership on our internal medicine program, and her associate, Dr. Raghavan, and his leadership here at the hospital. These guys have the spirit not only to heal the hearts and minds of the patients that we have here, but to reach in and educate and really develop these lifelong relationships with the residents that we have here at the hospital. Also, there's several other physicians that participate as core faculty members here at the hospital. You know, we're thankful for their service. There's so many, too numerous to name them all, but they really make it special here as well. And the last word of thanks, this has probably been one of the most interesting years in healthcare, and our residents have been so resilient in their leadership to the next level, and really the desire of doing what's right in caring for our patients. But the hospital staff that there is to support them, my hat's off to them and their leadership, because they're true heroes as well. So in taking Dr. Thoppel's wisdom, welcome, and I'll shut up and sit down. Thanks.
Bow our heads, go to the Lord in prayer. Eternal God, our Father, one who rules our world, we say thank you, Lord, first and foremost for your Son. Your love has redeemed us and given us hope. As we sit here today and celebrate the achievements of these fine individuals who come into our department as strangers, but who leave on today as family. Lord, help them to embrace this life accomplishment as well as to cherish this time, the hard times, sleepless nights, difficult conversations with family members, and long work hours that they have put in here at Merit Health Wesley. Help us all to hold fast to our hospital slogan, serving God, loving others, and excelling in healthcare wherever we might go. In your Son Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
So I'll take Helen's advice and I'll keep it short and then sit down. I would take this moment to just acknowledge all the people in the room, not just the graduates, but their families, because in these very difficult moments, without our support structure, without a family, both blood and otherwise, it is very difficult to go through all this. One of my first remarks to all the residents as they come in is that this is going to be the most difficult years of your life, where you transition from medical student to doctor. And the only way that I've ever seen that done successfully is that a person has to go through tremendous hardship. They have to break, and when they're healed with something a little bit more divine. Now, whatever that may be, that is a difficult process, but it is a necessary one. And during those difficult times, all these residents, all these physicians, they go to their family. They go to their support systems, their comfort. For those of you that have been without food or money to support your children through medical school, for those of you that were just there to give them a lending ear and to be kind. For those of you that joined in family as they were in residency, we've seen people gain wives and children and all kinds of support, and for that I'm grateful, because it is so important that they have this support system, because the most important thing that we do here is we grow our family. And one of the most difficult things to do as a program director and as a DIO and in all the different roles that I've had to play over the years, the most difficult thing to do is to watch them leave. To watch such amazing people, every single one of them, come in, they become a part of your life, and they still are when they leave. The one thing that we've always asked the coordinators, who are certainly like your work mothers, as we've jokingly said, and myself and the faculty, is to send us a little picture every so often and let us know that you're doing well. We revel in your success, because for all these years we helped develop you for that one purpose, so that you can be successful, not just financially, but mostly with your patient care and with your home lives, so that you can achieve balance and happiness. We are extremely proud of you. And with that, I'll take Helen's advice, as always, and move forward and welcome to the stage Dr. Emily Nix and Dr. Fredro Knight for emergency medicine.
We are here right now before the diploma ceremony starts to award a few awards to our emergency medicine residents. We have 5 to give out this year. The first one goes to our emergency medicine intern of the year, who I don't think is in the audience right now, as he is actually on shift. We were hoping he could make it down here. But that goes to Bry Bishop, who all of our residents know and love. Bry is professional, he's a model of work ethic, he's an excellent physician, an excellent person, a friend to everyone, and we're really grateful for Bry and proud to give him the resident award of EM Intern of the Year. Next we have Emergency Medicine Resident of the Year. This year it's going to go to Dr. Anthony Nucciarino. The pleasure of knowing Dr. Nucciarino since he rotated here as a medical student, and we've seen tremendous growth in him over the years. He'll be going to Florida to practice emergency medicine, and we're just so proud of you and everything that you've done. Our next 2 awards are for the white cloud and the black cloud of emergency medicine. For those of you who are not in medicine, our shifts can be very calm or our shifts can be borderline disastrous. So a white cloud is the resident who, when they tend to work with us, things tend to go smoothly and calmly. And the black cloud is the one that when they're on shift, we know it's going to be a wrap. So this year, the black cloud of the year goes to Jody Conrad. her. Jody is actually not here today as she's in Maine signing a contract on her house. So I hope that she's watching on Zoom. Jody has been a black cloud from day one, but it's always fun to work with her. Our white cloud of the year, also no surprise to any of the residents, is Dr. Icu Kurtzwell. Always a delight to work with and makes our shifts fun and usually pretty calm. Icu is going to Texas and will be practicing emergency medicine at a community hospital there. And finally, we have our EM Transitional Year Intern of the Year, which goes to Dr. Carlos Cambo-Cortez. Carlos came here for a one-year preliminary year, and we have enjoyed working with him so much that we are happy to say that he is going to stay with us for the next 4 years in our emergency medicine program. And with that, I'll turn it over to Dr. Stoffel for the Internal Medicine Award.
So without further ado, our internal medicine award for Intern of the Year. This is actually a first for us. This year we actually had 2 Interns of the Year. It was very difficult to choose, and the 2 that we have, we'll have them come up individually, but Dr. Amardeep Singh, come on up. It's hard without the name tag. She's always hardworking, comes in early, stays late, very personable, good medical knowledge. We're always getting new lectures from him. So congratulations, Intern of the Year. So our other Intern of the Year was Dr. Chelsea Lane. So come on down, Dr. Lane. She's also extremely hardworking, knowledgeable, and she was the very first person that when she came to interview, I had 3 nurses come down and tell me that we had to hire her because she was so pleasant and so nice. For our next award, this is our Resident of the Year. I think it's an extremely well deserved award. Medicine is an extremely difficult practice to do well. It takes dedication, hard work, and this person has excelled in that tremendously. And I am extremely proud to welcome to the stage Dr. Hiroshi Hakita, our internal medicine. Our next award is our Transitional Year. I think also extremely well-deserved, well-rounded, smart, great to work with, friendly, positive. His medical knowledge is on point. They added that he was a great baker, excellent cooking skills. So, Dr. Alexander Lamb. Here, she got chocolate on it. named this next award after one of our previous preceptors. He excelled in medicine, he excelled in professionalism, and he exemplified the overall meaning of what it is to be a good physician. And that's the Larry Acock Award for Professionalism and Leadership. Dr. Acock was maybe 35 pounds soaking wet, but he commanded a room every time he was in it. He never admitted it, but always was the smartest person in the room. When we choose a resident for this award, we try to do the same. And I couldn't think of anyone better than Dr. Khoury Vendura. So this next award, I think, is another one we're extremely excited to present, and that's the True Grit Award. We actually have a whole qualifier on here because what does it mean to have true grit? If you're from the South, you know what grits are. If you're not, never learned soon enough. But this is a person that works extremely hard, that doesn't need reward to do the right thing, that follows through, that is always there. They exemplify courage, conscientiousness, long-term goals and endurance with follow-through, resilience, and excellence versus perfection. So I am extremely proud to ask Dr. Amanda Dawson to come to the stage. So that concludes internal medicine, but I would like to invite the chiefs to the stage. We have the emergency medicine resident chiefs. Come on.
I think we just have to add that. That's more than enough.
All right, so my name is Kevin McClendon. I was the serving chief for emergency medicine this last year, along with Joey Conrad, as previously stated, is unable to be with us today. And we have a few things that we would like to present on behalf of the emergency medicine residents. First award today is going to be our EM Faculty of the Year Award. That's an award that we give out annually to one of our core faculty in the emergency department. This year we selected somebody who we know is always very caring to us. They love to teach us. Often seems underappreciated, and most of that's because they're often not seen during the daylight hours. He's always trying to show that he generally cares about each of us, and he's never hesitated to help anybody, whether it's downstairs or upstairs on any shift. And for that, this year we would like to honor Dr. Ronnie Ali. Most likely currently sleeping between two shifts. Our next award is the Nurse of the Year Award, again, to somebody there in the department with us that's in the pits with us every single day. And this nurse has just been somebody that's been a rock through my 4 years here. You know that she's always going to be there. She's going to do whatever you need to be done. She's never going to complain. She's always the most helpful and just a complete pleasure to work with. She's most compassionate and extremely hardworking. And for that, we would like to welcome Ms. Precious Brown. Third award is for the Consultant of the Year. And this is something that in the ER, for those who aren't familiar with it, we spend a lot of time calling other specialties to let them know about what we have going on and when we need their help. And so for the Consultant of the Year this year, we chose to be somebody who is the most referenced attending probably in our department. He's there at 2 a.m. if you need him. Doesn't matter what time of day. If you say, hey, I've got something, I need you to come in, he's right there. He's on the spot. Not much of a conversationalist for those who know him, but anytime, anywhere, he's got your back, and that's Dr. Alan Coben with cardiology. All right, this last award, I promise the person's actually here. And so for this is the consultant teacher of the year. And so not just the consultant that's there when you need them, but somebody that's going to be there and is part of our education and has helped us become who we need to become before we leave here. And this is a physician who's always willing to help out, even when it's not necessarily his job to do so. He always takes the time to teach us and is always reliable. He's willing to discuss anything and offer to be follow-up. He's part of the team, and he's not afraid to come down to the ER even when he is on call. And for that, we would like to welcome Dr. Stephen Fletcher.
Yes.
This time I'd like to welcome the internal medicine chiefs for their round.
Intern again with the internal medicine chiefs, and we all know Khoury Vendura now. So now it's time for the internal medicine faculty awards. I just wanted to say, given the circumstances over the past year, I think the following individuals have shown tremendous dedication to their patients, and their work. So Khoury's going to start us off.
So we're going to start with the Internal Medicine Faculty of the Year. This year's Faculty of the Year award goes to someone truly special to us. They were there when we started as terrified interns, afraid to order Tylenol, and have been with us ever since, teaching and helping us grow, inciting fear and pushing us to be better for ourselves and for our patients. She remains very near and dear to our hearts, and we miss her. Internal Medicine Faculty of the Year, Dr. Khoury.
For our next award, we have Inpatient Nurse of the Year. This nurse is an outstanding addition. When there's a sick patient on the floor and you find out that they have this person as their nurse, you kind of take a breath of relief and know that they're in the best hands. Inpatient Nurse of the Year is Faith Cox. So our next award is the ICU Nurse of the Year. This nurse is a true ally in the unit. Their dedication to patient care and effective team management make them a true joy to work with and a vital member of the care team. Their ingenuity and assertiveness improve efficiency and maximize benefit to the patients. On top of this, their humor and ability to lift spirits in hard times has been much appreciated. I'd also like to mention that the proning bedroll process was very important for those of you that know about that. So, ICU Nurse of the Year, Chris Johnson.
therapist of the year. This individual, I don't know if we can say enough about. To say that they're there for you doesn't even come close. They're compassionate, forward-thinking, and a patient advocate. They'll come find you to discuss plan of care for difficult patients and is someone to trust when they say, leave it with me. Respiratory Therapist of the Year, Kathy Gavin.
At this time, there are two other awards that we would like to bestow. One of them, one of them is going to be to somebody who has served as a leader and an inspiration to us. For many years, she was there at the start of the program. She helped us throughout. I mean, personally, to me, she's helped tremendously and was always a backbone for us to rely on. Kathy, the coordinator, who is our mother and yells at us frequently, has had to endure a lot. But with Kasana, when she has taken over the role of program director, she has done truly amazing things. She's taken the program to a level that we never thought possible. And for that, we are incredibly grateful. Like all good things, she is not able to stay with us forever, and she is relinquishing the role, but we still wanted to say thank you and that we are truly grateful for the service that you have. So I wanted to invite my friend, the current program director, Kosana Simayanovich, Dr. Extraordinary. You tell us how.
This is from all the residents in our department to Dr. Castana. The chiefs really came up to me and said, what can we do? We want to honor her. So we got together and came up with this. So it's from everyone here. We'll miss her. Thank you.
And the other person that we'd like to recognize is somebody that has been with our department for quite some time. She has helped in every way that we've ever asked for. She helps with educating the residents. She helps with running those simulated codes. She even helps us as the residents graduate. They need special certifications. She has gone out of her way to make that happen with her own work. This was not part of her job. And this is Sonia Warren. If you could come up, Sonia.
There you go. Congratulations. I'm sorry.
So it's different than karaoke I'd like to invite the chiefs back up to the stage to present the nurse. We've changed that around. What we're going to do now is, we're at that time, we're going to start awarding the diplomas. What we're going to do is we're going to ask all of us to come through here, get your awards and take pictures, and then kind of exit stage right. So with that, Dr. Nix and Dr. Knight will start. Our first graduate of the day.
We got a new, yes, our emergency medicine nurse of the year, Precious Brown, kind of dated, so we'd like to recognize.
So, without further ado, our first graduate, Dr. Alexander Chang. He'll be working at the VA Medical Center in Johnson City, Tennessee.
Now you get a diploma. Now I gotta bring that.
Right. Our next graduate is not here, but Jody Conrad. She will be working in Franklin Memorial Hospital in Farmington. She's was our administrative chief. Tick Tick Time Bomb was her poster presentation, bridging the gap to better care for LGBTQ population. She's presented that to several residency programs, one medical school and one small EM group. So she's done quite a lot for us in advancing our program, and for that we're grateful. Our next graduate is going to be Dr. Jacob Finster. Come on down. He'll be working at Blessing Hospital in Quincy, Illinois. He was our academic chief resident and intern of the year 2018. Bless. Our next graduate, Dr. Miju Kurzweil. She'll be working at Christus Good Shepherd Hospital in Longview, Texas. Her accomplishments are numerous and is extremely popular because she's a very good teacher. Thoracic Park, More Than Meets the Eye, To PE or Not to PE, Are We Overtreating Patients with Presumed Urinary Tract Infection, Risk of Major Cardiac Event in Patients with Intermediate Heart Score, and the rest. Thank you. All right, Dr. Anthony Nucciarino. He'll be working at Santa Rosa Medical Center, Milton, Florida, and he was one of our administrative chief residents as well. Dr. Kevin McClendon. He'll be working at Advent Health in Manchester, Kentucky. His accomplishments are also numerous. Masters of Medical Education, Lecom Fellowship in Academy of Wilderness Medicine, Academic Chief Resident, WUCOM Adjunct Faculty and Guest Lecturer, ASEP National Poster Competition, top 3, including topics of caramel candy-induced hyperkalemia, lactating ectopic breast tissue, and creation of an intern orientation e-learning course. So at this point, we will move on to internal medicine.
Graduate is Amanda Dawson, who has gotten a critical care fellowship in Vinland, New Jersey. She presented a poster at ASEP and has published an article on thoracic endometriosis and for the Mississippi State Medical Association. And next we have Dr. Hiroshi Hikita, who is also going on to pursue a fellowship in nephrology at the prestigious Mayo Clinic in Jacksonville, Florida. He has Next, you've already met Dr. Grant Jernigan, who is one of the chief residents of internal medicine. He is going to be a hospitalist at Memorial Hospital in Gulfport, Mississippi. As you can see, he has multiple publications as well as being the academic chief resident. Next graduate is Dr. Nathan McKinney, also going on to do a fellowship in sports medicine in Cincinnati, Ohio. He has multiple accomplishments and presentations, and he got engaged in Hawaii.
Fun
He
fact.
also recycles. He's a wonderful doctor. And he works out.
Next we have Dr. Mohammed Razak, who we are proud to say is going to stay on at Merit Health Wesley as a hospitalist here. And his publications include DVT and PE as a presentation of thrombotic DIC. And next, Dr. Nicholas Reed, who was Intern of the Year in 2018 to 19, a very well-deserved award, and going on to Star Regional Medical Center in Athens, Tennessee. And also known to you by now, Dr.Khoury Vendura, our Administrative Chief Resident, published in the Journal of the Mississippi State Medical Association, and going to UNC Rockingham in Eden, North Carolina. And then Dr. Stephanie Warfield. Who's going to Health First in Melbourne, Florida, and has many publications, accomplishments, and poster presentations, as you can see.
I like that.
Where's he been?
So, moving on to our
Getting tired of
transitional
holding this.
program, I'll invite Dr. Guggendeep Graywall to the stage as program director.
It's not a, this one.
Our first graduate is not here at the moment, but it's going to be Dr. Jason Benarsi. He's moving on to be a flight surgeon at Icu Air Force based in Biloxi.
That's cool.
Carlos Cambo Cortez. He's coming to our emergency medicine residency program here at Merit Health, and we are proud to have him. Dr. Michael Corso, come on down. To a diagnostic radiology residency at Albany Hospital, Canton, Ohio.
Oh, him and Nate can be friends.
So they have how many years left then? Two.
These are TRIs, so they do a year and then match them.
Dr. Terry Jones.
So they have two more somewhere.
Depends on the program.
She's also diagnostic radiology residency at University of Michigan in Ann Arbor, Michigan. Dr. Alexander Lamb. Every year we can only have one bow tie guy. He'll be doing a family medicine residency at North County Healthcare in Flagstaff, Arizona. He presented hypercalcemia without elevated PTH-related protein, an abnormal presentation of poorly differentiated carcinoma of the esophagus. Didn't think I'd do that. Third place at William Carey Research Institute. Good job. First place for Friday rice that he's been making cookies and coffees. Dr. Safia Mahoudin, come on down. She'll be joining a preventative medicine residency at University of Mississippi, UMMC in Jackson. Accomplishments, she was not only able to learn her knowledge and skills, she was also able to work on her teamwork, and she did an excellent job. Thank you, sir. Dr. Alexander O, radiology residency in Icu Baptist Medical Center, Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. Bashista Patel. She'll be joining us as an internal medicine resident at Merit Health Wesley next year, so we'll have this opportunity. Dr. Bilal Qureshi. He'll be joining a psychiatric residency in Mississippi State Hospital, Whitfield, Mississippi. He's also had a publication, Too Much of a Good Thing, Case of Serotonin Syndrome. First place, 4th Annual Merit Health Wesley and William Carey Symposium. Dr. Christopher Riley. Excellent. Be a general medical officer at Fairchild Air Force Base in Spokane. Dr. Eric Spencer. He will be joining us at emergency medicine residency at Central Michigan University, Saginaw. And his accomplishment is that he graduated TY.
Turn this way.
Thank you. Dr. Aaron Walbrook. Joining an internal medicine residency program at Tripler Army Medical Center in Honolulu, Hawaii.
Where's that?
Mahalo. You're gonna. With that, I'd like to have the chiefs come up here one more time because we didn't make them run up and down enough. This is to celebrate something that we all feel, but I think is best expressed coming from them. Here for them to fight.
We just wanted to take one more opportunity to thank the people that made all of this possible. We've had a number of people come and go through the program in the years, but the one thing that stayed the same has been the coordinators that have been there to make everything happen, the faces behind everything, the people that coordinated us even being in this room today, to make sure that the mountains of paperwork that you wouldn't believe get done, and make sure that we're still fed and happy and making it through it each day to day. So with that, we each have bouquets for our respective coordinators, so we would like to welcome Kathy, Courtney, and Helen up to the stage.
Thank all of you that are mine. You're mine even though you're leaving, you're still mine. Slide back. Thank you.
We are incredibly proud of all of you. Before you even set foot here, you've already passed 2, if not 3, 8-hour licensing exams. You have to pass 2 more. Boards come up. We've worked through a pandemic. You've done countless hours beyond what you're required to do. There are all the things that you do on your own, helping patients, walking them to where they need to be, helping a friend, helping them move, being a shoulder to cry on. This is why we choose you. And whether you know it or not, there is a tremendous amount of effort that goes into choosing the people that we bring here because we see such potential in all of you, and for different reasons. We would not, any of us, be here or have doctors if it was not for program coordinators. And I would like to repeat the sentiment from the residents to Helen, Kathy, and Courtney, who truly keep this department together, that really bind all of us and are probably the greatest unsung heroes that we have in healthcare. And with that, I think we want to welcome you into the profession, not as students, but as equals. And with that, we hope that you take the burdens that you've laid and you strengthen yourself. You become stronger for your patients, for your community, and wherever you go. We know that you will be, of all the virtues that we expect out of our physicians, not what we learned in books, but what you thought you were when you were 5 years old and you had a dream of being a doctor. When your parents looked at you and supported you through all your dreams and helped you through it, I hope that you are the person that you thought that you always would be. I hope you are the people that your parents see you to be and that your children know you to be. With that, I will conclude and say that we love you. Thank you for being a part of our family.